Hi guys, how are you all today morning? Good morning. In this verse of Ashtavakra Gita, Ashtavakra says, the wise one is not at all perturbed by the world of changes. He or she is not even interested in knowing about the self. Free from joys and sorrows, he or she neither lives nor dies. This is a very simple looking verse, but it has quite deep rooted meaning. We shall go into it segment by segment. The wise one, that is, the self realized soul. A wise man or woman is a self realized soul. This self realized soul is not at all interested in this world of changes. The only permanent thing in this material universe is change. Things, people, vibes, vibrations, etc. keep changing in this material universe. It is like a kaleidoscope where the color, hue, and ambience keeps changing. Nothing is permanent here. Everything is temporary. The wise self realized soul knows this, and hence he or she is not at all perturbed by this world of changes. Second, he or she is not interested even in knowing about the self. A self realized soul already knows about the self. He or she abides in the self. He or she identifies with his or her soul. He or she becomes spiritual and does not remain material. Knowing about the self is only for those living entities who are still identifying with their own mind and body complex and this material universe, but who want to shift to spiritualism. Only such people are interested in knowing about, reading about, discussing about, and thinking about the self. A self realized soul has already done that before, and now he or she is not interested at all in knowing about the self. Similarly, he or she is free from joy and sorrow. This sea of opposites does not bother a self realized soul. This duality in this material world of joy and sorrow, pain and pleasure, love and hate, platonic love, conjugal love. All these things are pairs of opposites that a self realized soul has already left back, long, long back. He or she is detached from this material universe and hence they are not bothered about it at all. This person neither lives nor dies. Before going further into this, let me give you an example of something which is not very savory, which is but which is quite important. There is a sexual kink in this world which has reached every doorstep or drawing room or bedroom through the internet. It is known as suspension. People who want to try this kink usually put a noose around their neck and try to tie it to a fan and then hang so that they are in such a position where they are neither living nor dead. But these people are only identifying with their mind body complex, and here life and death is the discarding of the present body mind complex. But according to Ashtavakra Gita, the self realized soul is not at all interested in spiritual or material life or material death or spiritual death. There is a life and death in this material world, but in spiritual life there is neither life nor death. A self realized soul is eternal. He or she becomes part and parcel of the eternal flame. He or she develops nirvikalpa samadhi, that is, thinking about God all the time. These people are not interested in coming back into another gross body and another material birth. They just want to remain with God and worship Him. They have to do what God says. They have surrendered themselves to God completely. They are not just His servants but also His slaves. In that process, what happens is these guys stop having their own personal birth or death. Everything that they have got is now with God. Even if their soul has to take another birth in the gross body, it is only when God gives the soul an assignment to complete some work for God. Such people take birth in this world as incarnations only to serve the multitude and to slowly attract it towards the spiritual path. These guys are not bothered about selfish interests or sense gratification. They only come here to complete an assignment from God as diligently and as fast as possible. The moment their assignment is over, they would like to go back. Such people neither live nor do they die. All saints, renunciants, big rishis, maharishis, godmen, angels, etc., are people who have come here only for God. If they take birth in gross body, they come up to the God man level. But if it is in the etheric, astral, or causal body, these guys become angels, demigods, celestial beings, etc. In both cases, they have come only to serve humanity and the multitude. The moment their work is over, these guys go back to God and wait for another assignment. We all should aim only at that. We should become like these wise men and women who have no axe, no personal axe to grind in this big bad material universe full of miseries, changes, and fake identities. Kindly let me know what you think of my talk on this matter. If you believe that what I am talking makes sense, please subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon so that I can keep informing you about my other videos. Till we meet in my next video, it is good morning from TSV Raghavan.